South Carolina finds itself
What we've been through,
in a place it's simply never been.
what we continue to go through is unlike anything any of us has ever seen.
Flooded out houses and roads, overflowing rivers and creeks, non-stop rain. City of Columbia and Richland County officials met Sunday evening to talk about what they've seen, praising emergency responders for their efforts.
They have done a phenomenal job under unprecedented conditions, and we want to continue to support them.
The city and county law enforcement have joined forces to create a united front.
You have a seamless manner of law enforcement working together. There's no jurisdictional lines at this point.
Our concentration right now obviously is emergency and rescue, and that's where we'll continue to prioritize.
But they need you to work with them.
One of the biggest problems we're having today is to rescuing people out of cars because they're driving through these low-lying areas.
The flooding in the Midlands has taken one life so far.
They talk about how dangerous this is, and we're not talking theory here. This is reality.
The Richland County coroner says a young woman was recovered from a car that had been swept off Sunset Drive.
We know we've had one killed. We're not sure if there's other ones out there that haven't been recovered yet, but this is serious.
The raindrops might stop falling.
We know that this challenge is not over, and the danger to life and property does not end when the rain stops.
But the effects of this storm will be felt for weeks to come. It's not unusual to find David Elworth covered in sawdust, turning bowls in his basement. The Columbia man is the president of the Palmetto Woodturners, a group of 130 members that shares a passion for wood.
It brings out the creative side of people.
Elworth has tried hobbies from paper making to oil painting.
And there was something about wood, the smell, the connection with nature.
Turning wood from fallen trees into functional art. You'll be able to get your hands on it at a fundraiser on September 29th.
So wood turners traditionally make bowls, right? And I think hunger is an empty bowl.
It's the second year Palmetto Woodturners has hosted Bowls for the Hungry to raise money for Harvest Hope Food Bank. Through ticket sales and the silent auction, they raised around $20,000 last year. That money translated to 15,000 meals. This year, group members have crafted around 120 pieces. Bowls, sculptures, and jewelry up for bidding in the silent auction.
I think people will be amazed at just the quality and the variations in the wood.
Turning hours of hands-on work.
I have an empty bowl, we'll make a bowl, Harvest Hope will fill that bowl.
Into hope for families across the state.
It's about right.
In Columbia, Grace Joyle, ABC Columbia News. Smiles from a family who never stopped fighting.
There have been so many times where,
for their little girl.
Things have kind of come up along the way where, it's God. I mean,
Since she's been treated, there is a look in her eyes. It's not all the time, but you get these moments of clarity from her, especially late at night when, she's in the bed and she knows it's time for sleep, and she'll look at you, we'll be reading a story, and there is moments of clarity that something has changed, something is different.
Glenn and Kara O'Neill call it hope. Hope is what's gotten the family of four through the past 3 years after their daughter Eliza was diagnosed with Sanfilippo syndrome, a rare degenerative disease that slowly robs children of their skills and knowledge until they die in their teenage years. The O'Neill family raised millions to bring a clinical trial to life and went into seclusion to ensure that Eliza would not contract a virus that would disqualify her from it.
150 days turned into 300, and then 300 turned into 450, and then 450 turned into 600, and we were just like, we were at the breaking point.
On the 726th day, they got the call they'd been waiting for from Nationwide Children's Hospital in Columbus, Ohio. With a one-time dose given through an IV in her hand, Eliza became the first patient in the world to receive the gene therapy.
Eliza, the last 2 years have been very, very rough, but she still can say words. She still has understanding, and we're so thankful for that.
Since that 30-minute treatment on May 10th,
It's pretty surreal from, the journey that feels like an eternity to us from when we began.
the family has been readjusting to life outside their home in Forest Acres. No longer limited to Skype sessions, 6-year-old Eliza goes to the Autism Academy in the therapy place. And her brother Beckham heads back to school in the fall.
Every single dollar mattered, and I just hope that everyone watching that has followed our story, that has donated, that has helped, realizes how thankful we are for that, because that literally allowed us to have hope for Eliza, and other children as well are being treated today with this.
And just last week, some positive initial results for the clinical trial. The update shows reduced toxic buildup levels in Eliza and the other patient who was treated. The O'Neills are taking it day by day, incredibly grateful for any small signs of improvement they see in their daughter, no longer waiting for Eliza's chance.
Miracles happen. They've happened for Eliza. She's proof, and we want to try to get more children treated and give more families the same hope that we have.
But for countless other sons and daughters just like her,
They are family to us now, and, we can't leave them behind. We know that feeling, and it's not right.
this journey is only just beginning. In Forest Acres, Grace Joyle, ABC Columbia News.